X that X. Making a clean break when it's over is the long-awaited answer to how women can get out and stay out of bad relationships. Domestic violence specialist Kristen Carmichael writes to empower women who have left a bad relationship to stay goodbye, but here's the hardest part, to stay gone. And we're so pleased to say Kristen joins us this morning. I've been there. I know a lot of them have been out there too. So
Absolutely.
welcome to you. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
joining us.
Thank you.
So who are you trying to reach with this book?
Absolutely. I think that this book can be a terrific roadmap, a really great guide for anyone who's trying to leave an ex that was manipulative or toxic to them in some way, up to and including somebody that was abusive to them.
Right.
It can also serve as a great kind of coach for people who love those who are trying to exit an abusive or toxic relationship, because that is not easy either.
No, both sides are very difficult. And when you talk about
Absolutely.
abuse, you're talking physical and emotional and verbal.
Absolutely. And I tell you, whenever you talk to someone who's been in a really toxic, destructive relationship, they'll say it's the emotional abuse that hurt the worst.
Oh yeah, and when you're with somebody who's very controlling, it's especially hard to leave. So why is it so common for women to leave bad partners? But then, even though they know they made the right decision leaving, why is it so hard to struggle to stay away?
Wow, great questions. I'd say leaving a bad partner and then struggling to stay away, it's kind of the nature of the beast.
Yeah.
That whenever you're in these types of relationships, that they're just so darn hard to exit from and stay gone from. So statistics tell us that even in very abusive relationships, people will come and go from them 7 times on average. And it's not because they're dumb, it's not because they like it, it's
Right.
because that other person is so good at what they're doing. So that manipulative partner is dragging them back, dragging them back, dragging them back. And X that X really can clue you in as to how they accomplish that.
Gosh, yeah. Anyway, it's true.
Yep.
But here's the thing, okay, a lot of times I would say in general, our whole society as a whole really supports the give him one more chance philosophy, don't you think?
Absolutely. I mean, we have all these adages about forgive and forget and love conquers all.
Right.
And even this idea that a breakup is somehow a failure on your part, that you didn't make it work.
Yes.
I talk to people all the time that are in relationships or marriages, and they are doing everything to make that work.
Yes.
And you know, I think that a breakup can be your greatest success in life. It can free you to do all kinds of things you never would have done.
Yes.
And so I think we need to kind of examine that and
You're not a failure if you walk away from something that's not right for you.
absolutely, that's a huge success.
There's a try to prove and conquer all thing, like you said. And in the book, you really do something really special. What you do is you offer a list of do's and don'ts that help women get through that post-breakup period. So can you share just a couple of those with our viewers?
Absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely. So some do's would be do get lots of support, do get educated about how to leave relationships like these, because it's not easy and not all of us know how to do it.
Exactly.
Make a journal of all those things that he did or she did that you didn't like or that hurt you, and whenever they're trying to manipulate you to come back with them, read your journal.
Oh, good tip. And you know, for those who don't know out there, you know, Kristen's actually a licensed independent social worker and domestic violence specialist at Christus St. Vincent Regional Medical Center in Santa Fe. So I'm curious how your work that you already do inspired you to write the book.
Absolutely. So I've been working in the area of domestic violence and unhealthy relationships for 10 years. I've talked to thousands of folks who have gone through this. And I'd say through that experience, I've really come to understand the pattern of how this works. You know, whenever somebody's trying to leave one of these relationships, their hurtful partner will do certain things to re-engage them.
Right.
And so I really want to share that material with folks so that they're not surprised, so that they can predict what's going to happen next and that they can defend themselves.
That's great, and that's exactly what you're doing. And you also make yourself available, I understand, as a conference speaker, a workshop leader, a consultant. So how can our viewers out there learn more about you and also pick up a book?
Absolutely. Well, I want to encourage folks to visit xthatx.com.
Okay.
And at xthatx.com, they can certainly send me an email and we can correspond that way.
Great.
They can also purchase the book. The book is also available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and in local bookstores.
Oh, good for you. I'm so happy for you. Thank you. This is valuable information for so many people out there.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for
joining
having
us.
me.
Absolutely.